FM will not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but will also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. At about 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us in Global News. I am Olubumi Obajemihi in the news. Uganda's president decries increasing rate of same-sex relationship in Africa. UN condemns Russia for deporting Ukrainian children to volatile areas. Crystal Palace sacked team manager over poor performance.
This is the news.
Ahead of the March 18th governorship and state assembly elections, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, has ordered the restriction of all forms of vehicular movement on roads, waterways, and other forms of transportation from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. on election day. This excludes those on essential services such as officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), electoral observers, accredited media and observers, as well as emergency responders. The IGP also barred state-established security outfits and privately owned outfits such as the Benue State Community Volunteer Group, Guards, the Amatekan Corps, Ebubeagu, amongst others, from participating in election security management. He urged all citizens to be law-abiding during and after the elections, even as he assured Nigerians that all necessary security arrangements have been in place to ensure they exercise their franchise unhindered. 18 political parties fielded candidates for the elections, slated to hold in 28 out of the 36 states of the Federation, while state assembly election will hold in the 36 states of the Federation. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has accused Western countries of imposing gay rights on African nations as lawmakers in the country prepare to vote on an anti-same-sex bill. The bill introduced earlier this month proposes tougher penalties for same-sex relations in a country where homosexuality is already illegal. In an address to the parliament, President Museveni said Western threats of sanctions on African countries opposed to homosexuality were hypocritical. Under the proposed law, anyone who engages in same-sex activity could face up to 10 years in jail. Reports say Uganda has not prosecuted anyone for consensual same-sex acts in recent years, despite strict anti-gay laws. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has called for more security cooperation and trade with South Africa. The Tanzania's first female leader met South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in the capital Pretoria, where they discussed trade opportunities and possible agreements with their South African counterparts. This is Hassan's first official visit to South Africa since she became president of Tanzania following the death of her predecessor, John Magufuli, in 2021. Hassan said both countries have agreed to enhance cooperation in the areas of trade and investment, considering that South Africa is among the main sources of direct foreign investment in Tanzania. She added that tourism and manufacturing are the leading sectors for investment. President Ramaphosa said trade volumes between Tanzania and South Africa has continued to improve. He said among the industries under discussion at the business forum are agriculture and agro-processing, oil and gas, mining and infrastructure development. At least 5 people have died in northwest Tanzania from an unidentified illness. 7 cases have so far been reported in Kagera region, and the authorities have dispatched a team of doctors to diagnose the disease. Government's Chief Medical Officer, Tumai Nagu, described the illness as strange. Its symptoms include fever, headaches, fatigue, and nosebleeds. Nagu noted that government has formed the regional team of professionals under the Rapid Response Team who are investigating the unknown disease. She asked residents in the area to remain calm and avoid contact with infected people. Several cities in northeast Brazil are suffering from serious unrest caused by some criminal gangs. For the third night, gang members set buses ablaze and carried out gun attacks on buildings in urban areas in Rio Grande State. Reports say the attacks are thought to have been sparked by conditions in jails holding gang members. Justice and Security Minister Flavio Dino said hundreds of personnel have been sent to check the unrest. You are into Global News from Adabai 88.9 FM, Akure, transmitting from Laramorking. After the break, UN condemns Russia for deporting Ukrainian children to volatile areas, plus Crystal Palace sacked team manager over poor performance. Details in the second part of the bulletin. Do stay with us.
The news on Adaba 88.9 FM.
Welcome back. For news update and live streaming, visit our website www.adabai889.fm or download Adabai FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/Adabai FM 88.9 on Facebook, at Adabai 889 FM on Instagram, and Adabai FM TV on YouTube. To provide us information via email, newsroom@adabai889.fm. The United Nations UN has condemned Russia's forceful deportation of Ukrainian children to areas under its control. The UN Commission of Inquiry on Ukraine said there was evidence of the illegal transfer of hundreds of Ukrainian children to Russia. The Commission's report is categorical that Russia also committed other war crimes in Ukraine. They include attacks on hospitals, torture, rape, and willful killings. Ukraine government figures put the number of children forcibly taken to Russia at 16,221. China's President Xi Jinping will travel to Moscow next week to hold talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The visit comes as Beijing offers proposals to end the war in Ukraine, which the West has given a lukewarm reception. Beijing's foreign ministry said Mr. Xi will be in Russia from 20th to 22nd March at the invitation of Mr. Putin. Reports say a number of important bilateral documents are expected to be signed. Police have arrested 2 men in Hong Kong for being in possession of picture books, which authorities say are inciting. They are believed to be the first arrested for merely owning the books after the publishers were jailed last year. Authorities interpreted the book, which contains foul language against Hong Kongers and China's government. Now to sports. Crystal Palace have sacked manager Patrick Vieira after a 12-match winless run. Palaces have not won a match in 2023 and were beaten 1-0 by Brighton in the Premier League on Wednesday, being their 3rd defeat in a row. They are 12th on the table but are only 3 points above 18th placed Bournemouth, who have a game in hand. Frenchman Vieira was appointed before the start of the 2021-2022 season and led the Eagles to a 12th placed finish, earning praise for an attacking style. 3 members of Vieira's coaching staff, Ocean Roberts, Christian Wilson and said Elgin have also left the club and the process of appointing a new manager is underway. To end global news, a recap of our top stories. We informed you that Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has expressed worry over the increasing rate of same-sex relationship in Africa. Museveni blamed it on Western influence. We also informed you that the United Nations UN has condemned Russia for deporting Ukrainian children to volatile environments. We further told you that Crystal Palace have sacked manager Patrick Vieira and his co-workers over poor performance of the ongoing English Premier League. That's Global News as edited by Olabisi Olaniyi Oluwasegun. I am Olubumi Obajemihi. Thank you for listening. Do enjoy your afternoon.
The world moves as a fast pace.